Hi, LS1 or 2. Welcome to the first of very, very many podcasts for this LS1 or 2 class. This is really the primary way that you're going to get information for this class through these podcasts. If you think of them as the equivalent of the lecture that you would get in a face-to-face class, that's really what they are. You'll probably notice that in other online classes, you have a lot of these, and it may be that your instructors for other classes have a very formal style of delivery. Mine is a little bit more laid back, and I hope that that suits you okay, because that's what suits me best. I don't really do well with script, so I kind of treat this as if I were going to be lecturing you face to face. This one is going to be relatively short. I hope that none of them are going to be too long, but because this one is just a brief introduction, it's going to be a lot shorter than the ones that you'll encounter later. So that's just a little warning that this is not going to be the average length of the lectures that you're going to see for the rest of the semester. But this is really just an introduction to the class and to information literacy concepts in general. Information literacy is really what we're going to be focusing on the entire time in this class. So this is a lecture is really what it is to be information literate today. Okay, so this is the definition of information literacy. So the ACRL, which is the Association of College and Research Libraries, and no, you don't need to know that, so if you're writing that down, you don't need to, but just to give you a little concept of who it is, who is defining information literacy. The ACRL defines information literacy as a set of abilities requiring individuals to recognize when information is needed and have the ability to locate, evaluate, and use effectively the needed information. So really, before, when people taught about libraries, they would just teach, say, how to find books, how to find information, but now it's become much more inclusive than that. So information literacy is really everything. It's from the very beginning when you decide that you need some kind of information to the very end when you're actually using all the information that you've found and you're able to use it really well in your papers. So that's kind of the spectrum that we're going to be focusing on throughout this class. Okay, so as I've said, information literacy is what this class is all about. This is an information literacy class. You can really look at it that way. And it's really not just how to find books. It's how to decide what kind of information you want, and all the way through the end of the information process. So covers the entire information research spectrum from the beginning to the end. So the information literate student will be able to, and you'll notice that these 5 things correspond to the objectives that you'll find in your syllabus. So this is taken right from the ACRL Information Literacy Standards. So these are the things that if you're information literate, you should be able to do all these things, and you can kind of see how they follow the steps that you would use in a research project. So you need to be able to determine the nature and extent of information needed, access needed information effectively and efficiently, evaluate information and its sources critically, and incorporate selected information. I'm sure you can read that on your own. Use information effectively to accomplish a specific purpose, and understand all of the issues that surround using information. So these are basically all of the information literacy concepts, and this is what we're going to be doing in this class. And thus ends the very first and very short podcast for this class.